Hello, I'm Will Brown, Executive Chef at the Terrace restaurant at Longwood Gardens. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite frittata recipes. It's made with some great local asparagus and mushrooms, finished with some Boursin cheese, and super simple to make with easy to find ingredients. Let's get started. First, we have some beautiful farm eggs here. I'm lucky enough to have some chickens at home, so any recipe that uses a lot of eggs is a good one because more often than not, we have plenty of eggs around. So this recipe we make at least once a week in our house. It is great for breakfast, excellent for lunch, can even be eaten for dinner. So a great all-round simple recipe. So starting first, we have some eggs here. We're just going to mix these with some whole milk, 1 cup. So we're just going to whisk our eggs first. We just want to break everything up. We're going to go ahead and season this with our kosher salt. Say 1.5 teaspoons. And some black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon. Then we're just going to slowly incorporate our milk. And this is going to be the base, the custard base for our frittata. Great, so now that that's done, we can set that off to the side for now. And we're going to work on the vegetable portion. So we have a cast iron skillet here. These are great to cook with. I feel that every kitchen should have one in the repertoire. It will provide you with a lifetime of delicious food if it's cared for properly. And really, after you learn how to season it, becomes a very important part of your culinary arsenal at home. So we're just going to heat this on medium heat. We have a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Just going to add to our pan. And once that starts to shimmer, we're going to add 1/2 of a julienne sweet onion. Vidalia onions in season are a beautiful thing. So that we just, julienne this very finely. Just going to add that to our pan. I like to also season this with a pinch of salt. The salt will start to draw out some of the moisture, as well as season, of course. So we're just going to cook this until it starts to turn translucent, kind of open up some of the sweetness, cook out some of that rawness, but smelling very aromatic in here for sure. Our next ingredient are going to be some beautiful local button mushrooms. These are right down the street here in Kennett Square. These are from Mother Earth. But you could also substitute any other mushrooms that you like. Shiitake, cremini, portobello. Morel season is just kind of coming down. Chanterelles would also be lovely. But 2 cups of mushrooms that have just been sliced. We'll give another stir to our onions here. We can go ahead and add our mushrooms to that. Just give them a stir to coat, some olive oil, and another little pinch of salt. And while these are cooking, we'll just go ahead and slice down our asparagus. So what a special time of year it is when, it's spring and the asparagus starts to come out. And really this asparagus we've been getting from New Jersey has been some of the sweetest we've seen. It is incredible. So, we live in the season here at the restaurant, and when asparagus is in, you should eat it 2 times a day, and then when it's gone, and you wait a whole another year for it to come back. So really, this recipe does a great job of highlighting it. But say you don't like asparagus, you don't have access to it, you have something else in the fridge you want to use. You could easily use broccoli or spinach, kale, Swiss chard would also be great in this recipe. So we're just going to cut down these asparagus to little 1-inch segments here on the bias. Usually the ends become a little woody, so we won't go down that far. You can hear our mushrooms and onions are cooking away. And that should be great there. So let's take a look here. Yeah, you can see we're starting to get some great color there. Everything releasing their moisture, cooking that out, because water doesn't taste like much, and that's kind of the secret to cooking, is kind of removing water from things, because that's when you actually get great flavor. So see, we got some good color there. And we'll just give this just another minute here. We're going to shut the heat off and just add our asparagus, just to wilt it ever so slightly. All right. So we'll put our beautiful asparagus in here. You can go ahead and turn the heat off now. All right, so things are starting to wilt there. We're just going to go ahead and add our custard straight ahead, right on in. Now you can kind of use your whisk or your spatula there to kind of even things out. Just want to make sure it's nice and even. And then we're going to finish this with some Boursin cheese. This is a garlic and herb cheese that we're fond of here at the restaurant. But you could also use Gruyere or Swiss. Goat cheese would be lovely as well. You can really kind of customize this recipe however you like. So we're just going to put some dollops of this Boursin cheese here. All right, well, that looks lovely. Now, 425 degrees for a standard oven, or 400 degrees if you have a convection oven at home. You can put your whole pan in, and 10 to 12 minutes later, you want your frittata to come out of the oven. We're going to do a little kitchen magic here. So your frittata will be nice and firm all the way through. You can see we've got some beautiful color on top. Add some caramelization here. And I did bring a small salad. So what we can do here is, let's come and slice yourself up a nice wedge. of your frittata. Put that right there. Just a nice simple green salad. Of course, anything from the garden would be lovely. We had some great arugula coming in. So as you can see, a great simple recipe that I hope you enjoy.